Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Biden, the Trump tax, tariffs, and news coverage. Recently, Vice President Harris tried to explain how tariffs work and how the cost gets passed along to the consumer. She did this because Trump has promised that if elected, he would impose tariffs on, well, pretty much everything. The cost of the tariffs is typically passed on to consumers. Harris called the added cost to consumers that would exist under Trump's promise a Trump tax. At the time, there weren't a lot of news outlets that explained how tariffs work. Most simply clarified that the Trump tax wasn't actually a national sales tax. We did that here on the channel, but we also explained how the tariffs costs get passed along to you, the consumer. But now, something interesting has happened. Biden is trying to go after Chinese companies that reportedly use a loophole in tariffs to send Americans cheap goods. Under the current structure of the tariffs, items under $800 are exempt. Some on Capitol Hill believe some larger companies are gaming that system. But more importantly, the flood of packages overwhelms the inspection process, and they say that might be how illicit substances are entering. So, they're looking to close the loophole. If they do, those companies will be subject to the tariffs that already exist under a new set of rule proposals from the Biden administration. Now that it's a Biden action and not a Trump promise, this weird thing happened. Suddenly, a lot of outlets that never explained how tariffs work are doing so. They're talking about how it will raise prices on orders from companies like Temu. Go ahead and try it yourself. Hit up your favorite search engine and type in Biden Temu. One thing is certain. Because of the popularity of some of the companies involved, a whole lot of people are about to understand how tariffs can raise prices. This is all occurring with the backdrop of a lot of movement up on Capitol Hill, aimed at regulating trade with China. Now, it's completely possible that this move is just the normal course of business for the Biden administration. I just always find it interesting when stuff like this happens at the exact right moment to clarify a point. To be clear, without this new influx of articles about how tariffs work, it's likely that the Harris campaign's attempt to really explain how bad Trump's economic policies are would have fallen flat. They would not have gotten the traction that they needed. Some of the sites have a very devoted U.S. customer base, much like TikTok. Remember how that played out and how much people discussed it and learned? I feel like it's very possible that by the end of this week, people will associate the term tariff with the phrase, a tax I end up paying later. Now, maybe it's just luck, or maybe it's Dark Brandon. Either way, it seems like the media is about to do what Harris couldn't, explain exactly why and how bad Trump's economic policies really are. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.